right. Welcome to Everybody Last Podcast. I'm Brendan Ridge.
I'm CN. And who the hell are you?
I'm Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher. We got our third guest. And
who's our second guest? Oh, yeah, we had African Alex.
That was
and
our
then
first
we had Blind Larry.
Alex.
Okay. Alex Amachungo.
Alex
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the only one who knows how to say his last name.
Well, okay, well, check that. Is that an African?
I think so, yeah.
So how come when we said African Alex, you had no idea who we was speaking of?
I don't.
But you can say his name right.
I don't know him that well, so. But once you said it, I'm like,
see, Sam, that's the problem. You don't need to know people to be offensive. You know, you can just.
I'm trying to be
this
offensive.
Is what I need to think. This is my problem. I feel like
this is descriptive. Yeah. African Alex is, you know.
You could have said the guy who wears the coat in the summers. Like, I would have got that.
Yeah, but
he always
really?
wears that same coat.
Cliff
in the summertime?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
I wish he was here now so I could say, why do you wear that coat? But anyway.
Was he wearing that coat when you guys did the...
I think he was, now that you said that. Oh, yeah.
A coat.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like a safety... Alex, is something wrong with you whereas you feel like you need to wear a coat all the time? Are you missing love, you crazy bastard? Anyway, so... this is... Everybody Last Podcast. It's a little bit different than
Everybody's
other podcasts.
Last Podcast?
No.
Laugh.
Everybody
Laugh.
laughs.
Everybody Laughs Podcast.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Everybody's Last Podcast. That's a scary...
I'm like, oh boy.
We might have to edit that one out. We don't want that on our record.
This is Everybody Laughs. Okay. Fuck these morons I'm talking to. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, so
haven't
this
smoked yet.
I know. No, you haven't smoked
I
yet.
know.
Because I knew I was going to be talking to y'all, and I felt like I need to get... I know him.
Yeah.
So it's like either smoke weed or...
Would you like to ask the first question? Or
I would.
Okay, all right.
Who the
Ladies
fuck are
first. Okay.
Dude, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that shit out.
No, seriously.
Well,
I'm
you're
not
not
trying to be
alone in
funny.
that. Yeah.
Who are you? I mean, where do you come from? Who are you?
Grew up in Hilliard, west side of Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Lived there most of my life. Went to college in Bowling Green. Dropped out because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
What were you going for?
Dude, I just had like 4 majors in my like year and a half there.
We need all the titles of
general studies.
Finances, if that's a real major. Well, it is. But
It is, but
I don't know. I didn't have
not the year and a
specialty.
half.
Yeah. Then I went to nursing, and then maybe some type of engineering. And then I joined the rugby team, and then it was just...
Rugby?
Yeah, then just partying and...
Were you any good?
Oh, okay. No, they didn't use him as a bitch. Look how big he is. Rugby.
Bowling Green has a really good...
Rugby team.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, and did any of them look like you?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I was on the B
Those are
team.
big boys.
I was the first one on the B team for one game, and then I got put in. They threw the ball at me. It bounced right off my fucking chest, and I'm like, that was the last time I saw
some
first
big
string.
boys, and they like...
I got laid out a couple times.
Oh, yeah. They real football, non-football, really, like, if the WWE met the NFL, that's rugby.
Yeah, and they have no helmets on. They might have those. They might have those pads on their heads, but
but that's nothing.
I played rugby in Ireland
Really?
with some littler kids,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh, this is gonna be fun. Like I'm athletic. I got a little kid punted the ball right in my face.
No, I wasn't in like the scrums, you know, where like they like get in the big piles.
Yeah.
I was on the wing. The guy was fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would.
Trying to
Yeah,
run
okay,
around
I
and
get
run.
All right,
that.
so
I get that.
all those majors are good majors. So obviously you were in the right mindset. It's just you were probably thinking about, all right, what's gonna
Who's
pay?
not in the right mindset? This motherfucker was just going from shit to shit just
Yeah,
to stay
but
in school for the
those
first
are-
year and a
those
half.
are like
so his parents
stable
wouldn't bitch,
jobs.
okay? I did the same shit. Went to college for the first year and a half. He's got a degree. He's not like us, okay?
Well, no, sorry, I do have a degree now. But
Okay, but when you went to school then, I make more than both of you motherfuckers. Look, so I haven't even worried about it, okay? Because the motherfucker told me, my dad told me a long time ago, do you want to be a worker or a watcher? So I was like, what that mean? Well, the workers work, and the watchers get paid to watch the workers work. I was like, bitch, you seen how the fuck I do things, okay?
I have
of course I
so
want to be a watcher instead of a worker. And that's what I am. So now I get paid to watch you guys work, okay? And guess what? I don't let people think that it's a distinction to the fact that whereas we could cross that shit. Well, my big ass is actually gonna do some work because it ain't happening.
Yeah,
okay,
I like to be in both worlds. If I can watch and do work, like when I need to, like.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I want to just watch.
Well, what I was leaning towards is like, you kind of comment like
that motherfucker's getting high and partying to school. That's what he was doing.
Those majors, I could not get interested in.
Exactly.
And like I was just doing bong rips in my room,
playing
NCAA, like
he's
playing
getting high and partying, having a good time
every day.
Naturally, right?
Good looking kid. Went to college, didn't have a clue what he was gonna do.
How old were you in college?
Like more people, 18, 19 years old.
That's the problem.
I think I left at 19. Yeah. 19. Yeah.
So. Okay, 19. So what'd you end up getting a degree in?
Acting.
Yeah. So, but that's probably more your speed, right?
Yeah, dude. I didn't have to like study for anything. It's literally you could bullshit. Like, not that I was doing bullshit, but like you could like just improvise your way the whole degree.
Stop. Stop. Let's just test.
All right.
Let's test the deal.
Yes.
Same like when Alex was talking that shit about acting. Okay, who is Othello?
I know it's a Shakespeare play.
You're way ahead of Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I tried reading it, but I had to put it down. It wasn't.
I don't know either.
It wasn't homework. This was I was gonna try and read for fun, so I could like
really?
get my smarts up in Shakespeare.
Read for fun.
The very first time I was going to try to get on stage, I was going to play Othello.
Okay.
Oh,
please give us a sample.
I think Denzel played that role.
Yeah, and any black person, because Othello was a black guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's one of Shakespeare's iconic plays for black people, King Lear. Mm-hmm. Who was that?
Another Shakespeare guy. I don't know if I finished that one either.
Alex had no idea, but
I don't even think they're in the same one. I think
no, two different plays.
Yeah.
But the deal about it is that Alex had no idea who the fuck I was talking about when I said that.
That's not surprising.
Wait. Let's bring some.
Alex was probably born in the 2000s.
Who is Rembrandt?
One more time.
Rembrandt. Mm-hmm.
I don't know that guy.
Wow, a famous Dutch painter who lived at the time.
You haven't studied your Dutch painter?
Who lived at the time
of... What you go to school for? Or no, you don't have a degree, you said.
I don't have a degree.
No, but he's been around so long, he created college.
Yeah,
I mean, so...
You're probably there when Van Gogh cut his ear off or something. Were you his lover?
I'm glad it's on tape so that when I stab his punk ass, you'll see why. Your Honor.
You're right.
So, now you don't know who Van Gogh is? I mean, you didn't know. Oh yeah, but you know who Rembrandt was?
Mm-hmm. I knew Claude Monet, Vincent Van Gogh.
I mean, Leonardo da Vinci and Van Gogh were like rivals.
See, I didn't know that. We had this like guy selling like paintings in our neighborhood out of the back of his car. My parents decided to buy something on the wall.
Well,
that's why I know those
we
guys.
was at the gas station. We bought that black velvet shit. We even had one of Elvis.
What is that? A painting?
Yes, we had a black velvet painting of Elvis.
Oh, black velvet painting of Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty tight.
It only lasted for a little while because my dad was like, "That ain't a black person," and it was over after that.
Yeah.
If you think white people are racist,
I've definitely met a lot of racists who aren't white people.
Oh yeah. And Jewish people, black people.
Oh, yeah.
And Mexican people, too.
Which leads me to my next question.
I can't believe any of that leads into another question. Let's see how this might turn out.
What were your parents like growing up?
Actually, that kind of works out.
Yeah, speaking of racism. My mom was a full-time nurse. My dad he worked at a gas plant, and he was like the production manager there. I would work in the warehouse and like wheel around cylinders of gas and like load up trucks and shit
for
like that.
production, like gas,
rolling bombs.
Like
sure, like in Houston and in places,
dangerous.
In New Jersey, they have plants. I worked in them.
They got oxygen for like hospitals and shit like that. Like,
my recruiter in the Army was trying to get me to be a petroleum truck driver. I was like, I'm not gonna be a bomb on wheels.
Oof, yeah,
that's gonna be rough too. Yeah, well,
he's like, he's like, you're the only one that picked up on that. I was like,
but I feel like there could be worse jobs. Like you could have been like in the shit pits or whatever.
Well,
dude,
it's all relevant. It's all necessary.
Okay, and they had E5s and E4s and they was taking the excrement out of the. They put 55-gallon drums out there in those. What do you call them? You know where you use the bathroom, latrines. Okay,
Yeah.
You put them out, and when we was in Panama, you had to take those half. They cut them in half, and you bring them out, and you had to burn them. You had to pour kerosene in there, and then burn it.
I think that's how Biden, his one son, died.
Oh shit! Let me just say.
What, just for fun? Because we know he didn't have to be.
Well, no, not.
They
Oh,
thought
yeah,
my
so.
black ass was gonna do that shit, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Were you in the army too?
Well, something like that. What the fuck?
Yes, he was.
And then, and I met this white boy, racist and a motherfucker, from Ruston, Louisiana. He said, "Hey, get your black ass over here." And I was like, "Hey, who the fuck you think you talking to? Now you can either burn this shit, or I teach you how to drive this truck. Bring my black ass over there. I'm not gonna be burning shit, and it's like 80, 90 degrees outside.
Yeah, oh no.
And they pouring kerosene, and you gotta stand there and stir. What the fuck?
All right, so are your parents still together?
No.
Was they to do some shit like I just had to do?
No. They didn't.
No,
My dad wanted to serve, but he never did. My
And you didn't
parents.
because you were an actor, right?
Sorry.
You didn't because you were an actor.
No, I didn't. But
So you should really be like in California, right?
that's.
You know what I mean? Because you're a fucking California draft dodging type guy.
No, I wanted to go into the military. Like I really.
You wanted to go with you.
I've been in a recruiter's office at least 5 times.
Yet, what happens is too much weed or
You're
No,
too
you couldn't
honest
pass
with
the
them.
background check.
I don't like
You're
being.
a rugby player, so you're actually physically fit.
I was-
So you're what America wants to be on the front line, but
Yep.
what happened?
I don't like. I like my own schedule, and I knew.
Oh, shit! At
fucking-
5 o'clock in the morning, shit
Yeah.
is gonna be a problem for you.
I wish I could do that shit.
You
but like,
draft dodging.
I'm bad
He
at that.
is a
You can do
pinko.
it. You can.
He's
do
a
it.
pinko.
I'm a bitch. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'm a bitch.
Well, I didn't want to say bitch, but I said pinko, but it meant the same
A
shit.
pinko?
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm from another generation.
Yeah. No,
Don't let it
I'm
hurt your
using the
feelings because no one knows what that means.
No.
You know?
He does, though. That's why he said it, you fag.
No,
Okay, what does that mean? Okay. So,
All right, but fuck, my parents. I went off to college, so they're stuck with my sister. Not stuck. That's what makes it sound bad, but they eventually got a divorce because my dad had a drinking problem.
Yeah.
And I didn't find out about that until he lost his job in my second year at BG, and then that's kind of when I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna go home and
yeah.
you know.
That kind of shit happens, but especially with parents who grew up starting in the 70s. Okay, we it's like we had Leave It to Beaver parents, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, and so then we realized that shit ain't real. We have real fucking problems. You know what I mean? And that hit us like, oh my God, we weren't expecting that. And now we have children now, and when we're facing that reality, and now we're not as smart as we thought we were.
Yeah.
Okay? And we have real issues, and they hit dead in the face the same way they will with y'all. You know what I mean? That's the way life works. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I remember when my parents split, my
Yeah.
first thought was, I'm going to have 2 Christmases.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I
8-year-old
didn't think that.
That was that's crazy to think. Like, that was my first thought. Like,
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and
have
if
2
I get
Christmases.
pissed off at mom's, I can go to dad's, and like vice versa. Like
Yeah.
2 places.
That's
now.
children coping mechanisms, I guess.
Really?
But
Yeah, that's dumb as fuck. Okay, now. So when did you start comedy?
Gosh, I was in I always say I was a comedy nerd forever. Like Dane Cook. I remember having Dane Cook albums in my car and like listening to those. Started comedy when I was in Atlanta.
that's interesting because Dane Cook is very, like, kind of obnoxious.
yeah,
and,
he's very
and you
big,
are not.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I started my first open mic was fucking in Atlanta at a pizza shop, and when it was
How'd that go?
bad. I bombed for sure. Like absolutely. Like even though I was talking about like this girl I was hooking up with who was my girlfriend for 2 days in college at OU, and she turned out to be a lesbian, and that's why we were only dating for 2 days, which now makes sense. But I was talking about that, and I got off.
Did y'all have
like,
sex?
Yeah, we did.
So you turned her into a gay person.
You know what? You know what? That, no, it's crazy. Like, one of the first times we were hooking up too, she's like, oh my god, you made me come twice in that amount of time. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm fucking legit. Like,
You're
I'm
the man.
giving it to
You're
her.
the man, right?
And then I found out she's lesbian. I'm like, I wonder if that was like real or if she's just like saying that shit.
Yeah, probably she was. Because
Really?
if you
She
just
was.
don't turn like that overnight. Let me just say this. Oh, so this one doesn't get women, and you turn them gay. So I'm thinking I'll hang out with him.
Yeah, well,
Because,
I live with my mom now, so like, it was
Oh
so
my
hard.
god!
Yeah,
so
so,
maybe both of y'all.
yeah, so I try and say like that's why I
So
don't.
one thing I'm learning is what not to admit, right? It's not that I'm gonna lie, but maybe I stopped telling people I was single for 13 years. Like,
Yeah, 'cause that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been single since you was 17.
You've been building
okay?
bombs in your apartment. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
so-
I'm saying.
you guys really
Yeah.
gotta stop saying that.
That's so weird. Okay? And it is really weird because I'm your friend and I'm like 1,000 years and I've had more sex than you since I've been in Columbus.
Well, there's
I
a
know more.
How long has that been?
A year.
Damn.
yeah, but
That's awesome. Good for you though.
there's a lot of questions to be had around his whole being. But anyways, back to your first set. So I feel like a lot of people usually have a semi decent first experience, which
Really?
So what?
Why did you
how-
get
how-
back
how-
into it?
Yeah, right. How did you bomb and then decide I'm gonna
I'm gonna do
try
that
it
shit again.
Well, I'm just, it's like anything else, like you just gotta keep doing it and you get better. Like I still bomb all the time now, but like I just like gotta
I know, I've
keep
seen you a couple
working
of times.
How old
My
were you?
God.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking.
How old were you during that first set?
27, perfect year to kill
Okay.
yourself. So
Well, oh my gosh.
just wanted to join that
Is there a
club real
better
bad.
year? Is it a specific year that's better for white people to kill themselves?
I just always like the 20, like I like Jimi Hendrix,
Oh,
I like
right,
Kurt Cobain,
right,
like
right,
I'm like
right,
I
right.
could join that club.
Okay.
My mom would get
and,
pissed.
And how old are you?
I just turned 32.
No, I'm asking
Oh,
you.
my
How old are you?
I will jump across the table. Okay.
How old are
Just
you?
saying.
I'm 31.
Oh, well, you passed the club.
How old
but
are you?
You can join it, motherfucker.
32.
32. All right.
Because isn't that
How old
fat
are
dude
you?
off Tommy Boy?
How old are you?
Fuck you. I'm like, how old you are? How old are you?
32.
32.
And how old are you again?
Are you serious?
Damn.
So say that again.
How long have we been friends?
How much did we just smoke before I got here?
Well, a little bit.
Hey,
but
take
there's
a
this.
guess. Take a guess.
Here's the problem. This was fucking me up badly because together we're all the same age.
I feel like it though. Like
No. Together, if you add both y'all ages up, we're all the same age.
Instead of it
you
just
guys need to
not.
get sponsors.
Well, what's up? We're trying to get sponsored by Grey Goose, Guinness, Michelob
Red
Ultra,
Bull. They got
Red
a
Bull.
soccer team.
Who else we got? GoPro, Sony. We need them
Really?
all. All right.
Okay.
America.
Let me
Okay.
just say this. When
Calvin
you
House.
belch, you know when you
That's a
belch,
sweet
you're supposed to
Christmas
say,
trees.
That's awesome.
you're supposed to say, excuse me when you
All right.
belch.
Nobody asked. But anyway.
Rude, motherfucker.
Hey.
This is like working without a net. You know what I mean? Because these are some dummies. Well, not with this
Hey,
motherfucker
give me
over here.
time. Give me time. I'll
Oh,
show
I
you.
understand. No problem. Because I'm going to leave in just a second to allow them to have a segment to themselves. Because, you know, it's going to be called the White Boys Corner. Because you notice that we had 3 guests and 2 is white. And the other one may as well have been white, Alex Mahongo. You would have thought that he'd have been for the brothers, you know what I mean, with a name like that. But that punk motherfucker. Anyway, he just let me down. I was like, oh my God. He's a European white guy. But anyway,
Speaking of European whites,
I'm back
I
to you.
just got my 23andMe back.
Really? And what does that mean for you?
Well, actually, it wasn't mine, but my aunt's.
Oh,
Uh,
wasn't his.
no, but
But it's close. It's your aunt's.
she
Maybe
wanted
his mom, sister, somebody really in
My-
the immediate
my dad-
family.
my dad's
but,
sister.
yeah, but he went to outside the immediate family. And go ahead.
fucking. This is kind of shitty, but so she wanted a 23andMe test like the whole time. Like I don't know, the past 5 years, I never
Yeah.
got her one. And because she's super into like our family ancestry and shit like
Uh-huh.
that, finally got her one.
So you wouldn't get her one.
I finally got her one,
5
and
years.
she was in the hospice because, with a
She was
COPD.
dying.
Yes, dying with COPD, could barely breathe, and she's like trying to like spit into this tube, and she can barely get anything out. I'm like, oh my God.
And you asked her to do this?
well, she wanted it really bad, and I'm like, I finally got you one. I didn't know she would not be able to.
She's trying to recognize her family when she got to heaven.
Well, she was a little blind. She was a lot like Larry in that way, but like she.
Is this
a real story?
This is. I swear to God,
lifetime fucking deal.
I swear to God, this is real. So she like, after I'm not even kidding, 5 minutes of like trying to get spit in this tube, she finally gets it. I take it off, get the results, but she died the next day, so she never got to see those results.
Really?
Yeah.
And what were they?
A lot of like Eastern European, some.
You look like a Holocaust type guy.
Here's the thing: is that company, all the CEOs, didn't they just like quit or something, and like everybody's data?
So we like there was like we were like a 1% Nigerian, and I'm like I wonder.
Oh, dude, you're like really smart now.
Yeah, I guess.
How big's your dick?
But
no. You didn't get that percentage.
I'm less than 1%.
Yeah, you didn't get that percentage.
Yeah. But I'm like,
how rude is that motherfucker? I went for intelligence. He went for how big is your dick.
I was asking, hey,
that's a young. You got the wisdom. We got the. We're still young, dumb.
You know what's funny? Is there's a Nigerian prince who needs your help right now.
You
can only send $1,000.
I plan on sending it to him. You know what I mean? Okay, so listen, check this out. Here's the deal.
Oh, let's hear this.
So you killed your aunt.
Oh my gosh.
And you still didn't get the fucking information back for the 23andMe people. So she died needlessly. Okay, and what I'm asking for is, in your opinion, because in my opinion, it sounds like a confession. What does it sound like to you?
This is the first time it's coming out, and I haven't really had time to think about this.
But, oh no! But this is going to the DA because I feel like Nana needs some help.
I'm gonna claim.
Get your dumb ass. Ignorant. You ain't got to claim.
I should have waited 5 more years to say this, so then I had statute of limitations or whatever that.
Not on murder.
Well,
there's no shit like.
I don't know how it works.
I mean, the smile on your face doesn't help.
Let me ask you a question. Were you at least in the wheel?
And she didn't have a lot. So
you did this shit for sport?
Hey, which brings me to my next question. Are you religious or anything?
Oh, he KB. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, you don't fuck with Jehovah, do you?
No. That's another. That's another.
Beelzebub.
I mean, we don't have to.
Beelzebub is your boy.
I don't mind at all. I grew up Catholic. I went to.
Oh my goodness, Beelzebub's your boy.
Yeah, the one true religion. No, I went to a Catholic school for like up to 3rd grade, and then I got out, went to public school. But my mom still goes to church like every Sunday.
Catholic school
Sunday.
in Columbus.
So stop. Catholic go to church on Sunday. They go on Saturday.
No, what?
Yes.
Not all people are the same. You
bigot.
If you go on Saturday, it has to be like after 4 p.m. on Saturday. And we would get pissed because like my cousins would get married on Saturday, and it would be like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then my grandma would be like, "That didn't count as mass. We got to go again in an hour."
Mass is the only good thing about mass is just an hour. So that way you get to watch a football game.
That's if you're lucky. That's if you're lucky.
Oh yeah, well I ain't fucking around because I'm Baptist.
So you grew up Catholic. Where are you at now? You're an adult now. What are you thinking?
I mean, I believe there's like a superior being, but like I don't like the organized stuff. I think it's just like what's between you and the big man or the big thing.
Okay, hold on. Before we go there,
what are you
looking
doing
up over there?
Oh,
man, first of all, that's not your motherfucking business. Neither one of y'all.
The disrespect.
Listen, I'm watching
during our
midget white girl porn, and because y'all boring. Okay, here's the deal.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, gee. It's like this motherfucker rude. White people.
I'm just trying to have a good time.
How are you motherfuckers still in charge? Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay, so here's the deal. So we have segments, all right? He doesn't have segments, but I believe in having those segments.
All right, cool.
So we can talk about different shit.
Cool.
So, okay. I am going to smoke a joint.
What a segment.
Okay, so I'm going to leave these two morons here by themselves.
Are you going to be smoking right here? We can open up this window right here.
Because he can't smoke at his house because...
Right, but we can have you right outside there. You can still be part of it.
Oh, there you go. You know what? Okay.
Don't break
Let me tell you
table
something.
now.
And listen. And all these muscles I have, they be rippling and shit. You just don't know. Ladies, this is what you get. You get this or you get that. I know.
Hey, but
listen,
together. Right.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing about it. Together they ain't shit. Together they add up to a 63-year-old
Hey, would
man.
you hurry up? What are you doing? Come on.
Well, wait a second.
Let's go.
You snapping your motherfucking fingers at me already? I said
Don't be
together.
wasting people's time.
Here's the thing, ladies. As you sit here and you watch this, we need 4 of you to step up and date Mr. Ridge. We're having a dating thing for Brendan because we're trying to end the dry spell, okay? Because that motherfucker has a dry spell. He's not like you, Sam. You probably fucking, but Brendan, well, in Columbus, you don't know who they fucking, but Brendan, he ain't fucking nobody, okay? Dude. And he says that he's not gay, but I don't believe that. But so we're trying to get 4 women to date him by the end of 2025.
The end of 2025.
Yeah, you think that's a attainable goal?
For sure, yeah. I don't mean this as an insult, but I think if you can get super funny, I think you can pull anything.
Oh, so super funny. Okay, so let me just ask the question.
Can you become super funny by the end of 2025?
Yeah, that is the question.
Well, here's the
question. Let me ask you a question. Was he super funny at the end of 2024?
We're there now. There's still time. There's 2 weeks.
Please tell me what you really think. How about
you said that shit up.
Hey, my 2 friends that sit among me. Am I funny?
Yeah, I liked your last set I saw, but that was probably months ago.
Months. That's how he did you.
No, actually, the other last week at Attic for Tuesday.
Yeah. Hold on, stop.
No,
y'all segment to talk about each other.
You need to hear this.
No.
Right?
Okay.
Anyways, so that's how I feel about CM.
Let me just tell you. There was some weird shit going on when I left, huh? I know, America.
You were gone 30 seconds. It's still happening. It's still here.
So you
I was telling him though, he was talking about I don't know, heterosexual or whatever.
Yeah.
But I told him I went to OU for acting school and that was theater school and in that school there's
everybody was gay, huh?
I was the minority as a straight white guy,
yeah.
For sure.
Are you straight?
I think so, yeah. Everyone always asks me that. It's crazy.
That's because you're single, right?
Yes,
that's what comes
but
with
that's because I don't want to.
That's not what it comes in.
How would you know?
I don't want to.
How would you know?
I don't want to date anyone when I'm living at my mom's. That's that's not.
I would not care.
And if there's someone who does want to still date me while I live with my mom, I'm you're fucked up. You don't. That's not a real man. I don't want to date you.
I think so. Different cultures. I have friends.
So let me stop.
Hold on, no. That's not how. I have friends in the army who actually, until they're married, it's not accepted to live on your own. You live with your family until you're on your own.
Yeah, because my family's very opposed to living with your girlfriend.
I get that.
You got to
that's
be married
a whole
before.
different.
Yeah.
But my question is.
Oh, let's hear this. But
are you opposed to fucking?
No, well, not at my mom's. Yeah, that's a little. I can't get hard at my mom's. Does that make any sense?
Oh my gosh! When you put it like that, I don't think anyone could.
Well, all of that would be. I would be thinking is I'm fuck. I'm at my mom's. This is so fucking lame.
I mean, you don't share a bedroom with her, do you?
No, but I mean, yeah. No.
Yeah, damn, Bobby Boucher.
My mom was right over.
Oh Lord Jesus!
She showed me her boobies. Yeah, I do.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in a minute. I gotta go back and watch that shit.
I grew up on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You kind of sound like him.
He does.
Yeah.
I had this old lady.
Hold on, stop.
Just tell me I look like it.
Stop.
You gotta let me finish the sentence.
Stop. That is not important if he looks like Adam Sandler.
Listen,
what is important? I'm sitting in a room with 2 dudes who ain't fucking. That is a problem for me.
America, I can't wait till we put these out and you guys start commenting man, I wish CM would let Brendan finish a fucking sentence once in a while.
Nobody's gonna say that because again, I'm sitting in a room with 2 dudes who ain't fucking. Come on.
Is that what you gotta be? Is that how you can overtalk people if you're fucking?
Yeah.
I get it.
Because I'm fucking.
Hey,
yeah.
You're on this something.
No, I was single just like y'all when I first came.
But when I was in a relationship, and I was fucking, I felt way more confident. So much more
confident. That's the way it goes.
But in the flip side of that,
my chest is out.
When you're single, Okay, you don't have that confidence because you ain't fucking.
Speak for
when
yourself.
you fucking regularly, it make you brave than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, I'm brave.
You know,
These two motherfuckers.
Because when you're fucking, like, it's like, oh, someone wants me. And, like, right now, it's like, just like my mom wants me. Not in that way, but, like, not in that way, but, like,
I am so tired of you. Hold on. No, let me finish. I'm so tired you coupled people looking down at us single people, acting like we are less than human.
Well, are you in a relationship right now?
I am right now. And I just got into one, and she's great, right?
So you're just now in a, but you seem like a guy who can like
Be a whore?
Isn't gonna be single for 13 years.
Yeah,
And like,
no, yeah, for
like
real.
you could go like before this one. When was your last one?
Well, I was check this out. I was married for 30 years.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so and then I was in a relationship with a nice woman for about 2 years ago. But this one's like the real deal.
The 31-year one, did that end like what 3-4 years ago or whatever?
No, 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah. So I was like a hoe for the. You know, I was like y'all, but I was fucking. Okay.
Like us, we're fucking.
Yeah, I mean-
we're not fucking. So we're just sweat.
I mean,
Right?
check this out. Here's the thing.
The whole part.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this. When you go out on a date, okay, and everything is nice, right? You vibe and everything. So the next date, y'all don't touch or nothing. Y'all just vibe again.
Dude, I'm struggling to get the first date.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about you.
Don't bring him here.
Yeah. Where? Yeah, I wouldn't either because it's like a dungeon.
It smells like C4 in here.
Oh, it's like a dungeon. I'm telling you. You bring them here and they just kind of know you're the Unabomber's son. Okay? Because it's some bullshit. Okay?
Were you friends with Luigi?
I can't talk to you right now. You fucking bastard.
See, the problem with me
I open up my home.
The problem with me is that every guest that we have agrees with me. Okay? So, you know what I mean? But you don't have to
Are
be
they
that way.
intimidated or do they actually agree?
Well, you said it.
I'm betting a little bit of both.
They're all scared of
Okay,
black
but even it being a little bit of both, you do see the reasoning. Okay? That's why you're a little bit of both.
Dude, yeah. Like, I'd rather bring someone to my mom's than here, like, for sure.
Oh my god.
While she's out of town, but like.
Oh my god, and he's got all the gay things too. He got the dog.
The dog? What's gay about a dog?
I mean, he's got everything. Because all the time you see the guys
What if
walking
you
their
walk
dog in
into
the park that don't have a woman walking with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know they are. They're, you know,
Alright,
they're
so,
fabulous. Okay.
So we talked about you went to acting school. Do you still act?
No.
What was the length of your acting school?
That was 3 years.
Okay.
Really? Parents pay for that?
No, I did. I'm still paying for it. Yeah,
No.
sucks. Yeah.
No.
So what's your?
But you had fun. It was
fun, but like I paid like looking back, like I didn't even have to get a degree in that. That's just like an easy degree to get into. But it's also something I wanted to do because I am shy. Like I wanted to break out of that shell.
So
And I
you
thought
were
that
shy and you got into acting.
All right. So if you
Yes.
could sum up acting,
That's like Michael Jackson being black and turned out dating Lisa Marie Presley because all white guys date her.
I don't.
So if you
understand
could,
that reference at all.
media, if you could sum
That's
up,
so asinine. What the fuck you just
You
said?
need a younger co-host.
well,
First off,
you get what you can afford.
First off, Mr. DeVille. I am
Wait, me, Mr. DeVille?
yeah, I am the star, Mr. DeVille.
So hey, if you could sum up
that ain't
acting,
100-year-old.
shut the front door.
How old are you? Were you there for the Depression?
Well, no. I was depressed after meeting you, but no, well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, 'cause wow. Okay, I thought
Wait, which
when
depression?
I grew up, all the white guys were like me.
Just leave it.
Yeah, me too. So it's like
depression.
I got dumped in this motherfucker.
What
Okay,
the
so
fuck?
this is like a crack house. Okay, when I grew into depression, when I grew up, all the white guys were like me. They dated a lot of women. Okay, so they had dates. So I wasn't used to meeting white guys like y'all who were,
Well, you know what?
So cool.
Hey, you know what it is? White people are so oversaturated. There's so many of them.
Oh my God, there are a lot of you motherfuckers around. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you, if we started today, well, no, I'm
What,
gonna say that. I was gonna plan on
civilization or
killing
what?
all you motherfuckers, okay? But see, I know what the Indians felt like when they saw you motherfuckers coming. It's like, Wow.
Okay, so
we're not one in there, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
we're gonna let that go. Okay, but listen,
What?
if you could sum up acting school in one
Acting?
school in one
Oh,
lesson,
well,
what would it be?
using.
Like, what is like the main point, the main thing you should know coming out of acting school? Like, what's the biggest lesson?
How to wash dishes or
Shut
say
up.
burgers or fries?
Stay out of the drama. There's a lot of drama, a lot of cliques forming. There's a lot of
I
drama.
mean, you see that in
happens outside.
comedy too.
Yeah, that happens a lot too. I try and stay out of that drama too.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's just life. If you
It's-
light that up,
I don't want to
it will be your last. It will be your last breath, bud. All right, let it happen. I can't, bro.
Just saying.
I'd be honored to be here for your last.
Thank you.
Sam has.
You know you didn't say don't kill him. You said I'd be honored.
Listen,
be
Sam's
for your last
theme in
breath.
his comedy is profiting off of people's deaths. So this will just add to his bit. Okay.
Fucking. I mean, because I've seen this bit. Well, let's talk
All right,
about
so
some
stay out of the drama.
Let's talk about some shit because it's funnier than his. But anyway, well, here's the deal. Okay, you are how old again? 33?
32.
32. So what do you plan on? I mean, you're going to eventually be 50, so how do you see this going?
Comedy
Life.
or life?
Life.
Great question. I mean,
I don't ask nothing but great questions, but it's all right.
It's the wisdom coming out.
You know how it is.
I
am Yoda.
I love fucking comedy. I want to keep doing comedy, and like I love making people laugh. And like, dude, life's stressful. And I've been clinically depressed or whatever that. Or sound like a pussy when I say it out loud, but like
You clinically depressed sounds like a pussy.
No.
I'm very hard on myself. Like I'm always like, man, quit being a bitch. Like, come on.
Well, first of all,
Well, maybe
why
that's
do you
the
feel
problem.
like being clinically depressed makes you a pussy? I know why I see it, but why do you see it?
Because like I didn't have like a hard childhood or anything like that,
Yeah.
but like I don't
That
know.
might be the reason why you can't handle anything.
Oh my gosh. We all struggle in our own ways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, like someone always has it harder, but and I tell myself that a lot. Like, like I don't know, I can do better. I don't fucking know.
so what? Do you ignore what you're dealing with just because there's that reality that someone has it harder?
And if you
mean-
do, okay, if you don't, when you answer that question, when you say to yourself that you could do better, do you ignore that? Answer is first.
That doesn't. You might have to elaborate on that.
Sorry, what was yours again?
So, like, here's the thing: is like, you can't ignore what you're dealing with just because someone might have it harder. It's like, yeah, you don't want to fester on it, but it doesn't mean you don't, acknowledge it and take care of it.
No, I do acknowledge it, and I do try and like take care of it. I try and like. It sounds corny, but like I try and like look at myself in the mirror and like just kind of like be my best friend, because like if you guys were struggling like with depression or any shit like that, like I'd be there like 100%, like just like I don't know,
Because you understand it.
yeah, but like when it's me, like I don't know why I have a hard time doing that back to me, like
Well,
yeah.
I think that's a human condition. I think
I think
humans
it's
have a
stupid.
hard
I think
time.
it's stupid. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, that's what. So
and reason
that's
think
why
it's
I
stupid
say
is-
I'm like a bitch or something.
Okay, and check this out, and then you are a bitch, okay? Because there's just a reason. This is I want
You don't
want
gotta
to
fucking
understand.
take that, alright? You better give
Because
some good
listen,
explanations to
listen,
these
listen.
comments.
If you hurt yourself and pull your hamstring, where would you go?
If I pulled my hamstring,
Yeah,
to a hospital,
yeah,
probably.
and see a doctor, right?
Yeah.
To fix the issue, right?
Yeah.
If you had appendicitis, where would you go? To a doctor. See, and so mental issues are the same shit. We talking about the person. So if you're not gonna fix yourself, okay, then you are a bitch, okay? Because the reality is that you are smart enough to realize that you have to fix yourself because this is not normal for life,
Yeah.
okay? And this is not. Give me a chance at having a real productive and good life.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you not go that route?
It's not that I wouldn't. It's just.
I know we weren't trained to do that as
Yeah.
men, okay?
Yeah.
And but the reality is the real people do that. If a hitter ain't hitting, you send him to a sports psychologist, right? If a basketball player ain't hitting the shot, you see, because he is a machine. He's a human being, and you have to get to the root of his problem, right? So you're out here doing your thing. You should have the same access to the same situation. That's what I'm saying. And to not take advantage of that knowledge.
I am taking sponsors. If you guys want to. No, but.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying, though.
You know, it is not.
He's not as rough as he comes off, I guess.
You got to deal with you. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you be trying to jump off buildings and shooting motherfuckers' ears, but don't hit nobody behind them and shit. It's amazing shit that happens. You know, how does you get shot in the ear? That little thing here. And then the people behind you is totally safe.
Well, not that one guy.
So I think there's...
No, wait, one guy. The one over to the left? There's nobody right behind him. No one got shot.
Hey, before we roll down that hill, I think there's wisdom in...
No, we can roll down a different hill.
I think there's wisdom in acknowledging that people have it harder than you and, like, death is possible and things like that. But, like, CN's point is, like... See, I'm a firm believer is if there's a problem or conflict, handle it head on and do what you can. And then move, you know, I mean, it's like the cliche,
but then I talk to myself in the mirror. No longer.
Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, but courage to change things I can, right?
Yeah. But like that, having that confidence too. That's something that's like the notes I get all the time when I get off stage. It's just like, dude, you didn't you're funny. Just like have the confidence and like lean into it.
You gotta sell it. Yeah. And let me just say something.
Well, it's not easy being your own cheerleader.
I'm not. Like,
but check it out.
I never get off stage.
That's some bullshit. If you're not your own cheerleader, who the fuck are you? That means you're your worst critic. Okay, you can't be your worst critic.
Yeah, I guess. Like to a point, like you can't be negative, but like I'm
always delusional. But
I'm always like that set could have been better. Is what I'm always.
Okay, check it out. We're all as professional people, as people who want what do you call it? Experts, not experts, but
like to grow.
No, it's
experience.
No, it's people who
professional.
Want to, no, you almost said it. Okay, but here's the deal. You always want the best when you're reaching for that level. Okay, we can't be. You can't get there without wanting it. You know what I mean?
Without like
wanting the better, be the best. When you see an opportunity, you have to take it, and if you don't get it, you're up all night. A perfectionist is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're a perfectionist, it's because you see that you have the potential.
Yeah, for sure.
To be better.
For sure.
Okay, because I've never seen a drug addict, except for me, or a stripper or a whore say, you know what, I want to be Cardi B. I want to be this. Usually they're content with being nothing. Okay? And they build a world around themselves that's fake.
Do you think most of them know any better?
Well, everybody knows better. We have all the access to the same information.
Okay.
But when you're a perfectionist, you say, okay, listen, I set a goal for myself and I didn't reach it. Okay? And so you can either be your best critic or you can be your cheerleader. And when you're on the wrong side of this shit, being your worst critic is rough because that keeps you up all night long. You be saying, I should have said this, I should have this. You know what I mean?
It keeps me in bed. Like, there's some days where, like, I mean, if I didn't have a job, I'd just, stay. I'm, like, just, like...
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
But that's a form of depression.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so, like, I feel like I've been healed of depression, right? Like, I believe in God and all that. And for me, it was a perspective change. And...
What's a perspective change?
So, like...
Different way of looking at things.
Shut the fuck up. I know what the perspective change means. I'm asking what it is specific.
So, for the viewers...
So, like, I was...
just saying... Hold on, wait a second for a second. Sam, we wanted somebody else, but because Def couldn't make it. Def couldn't make it. I was going to talk to him by myself. No, I'm so bullshit. I had to get you for the shit
No,
you just said.
that was it. It was we were gonna talk to each other by ourselves, but
I didn't
you
want
called
to.
me.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Yeah,
Was that
you
because
don't
I
want
was-
to
was that because I was
I
late?
didn't want to talk to you.
No.
No.
No, like originally we had
we
a
had
schedule.
a schedule. Yes.
Oh.
And
okay.
we didn't have
Yeah.
any interviews for today. But
Yeah.
he's like, hey, Sam showed interest.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do it.
How often are you guys doing this? Every week or?
Well, every week, but
I'm about to be gone for
we
6
can't
weeks.
tell
All right,
everything.
what
on
were you
this.
saying so I can finish what I was saying?
This is why I smoke weed.
We got well, come on. There's people watching.
I don't know the fuck you. I mean, I don't know where we were.
So I was talking about what got me out of depression.
Oh yeah. First of all, I believe the depression, as you guys know, is real. Okay. However, if you're so depressed to where you feel like you're going to do yourself something or come out to normal, okay, then that's a whole level above, right? But that shit to where as you get on stage and you don't do well and you can't, you kind of get up the next day, you have have to have a reason for it. That's some shit we all do.
Mm.
It's just not indicative to you, but as
sure,
performers,
yeah.
we all do that shit, right? And we all wish we would have said something different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't want to say like I'm depressed because of comedy.
Yeah.
Like, this
No.
is this
No,
is
no, but I'm saying,
And he's saying you're not alone in a long format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really? This is why Dr. Phil makes so much money. You know?
So what helped
That
me?
bitch ain't even got a degree in psychology.
What helped me get out of my depression was I recognized, I believe,
That you was ugly and you was never gonna be, you know.
And
what's
that's
that
why you're
motherfucker-
building all
hey,
these bombs.
hey,
Take out
no.
the roll with you.
I mean, you know,
There's
Quasimodo.
hey.
Let me just say,
there's thought patterns, right?
if
I
you
would
ring that bell,
listen, I would feel something, right? And then it would lead to a thought, and then I either fester on the thought and let that feeling build, and then it'd lead to me being depressed, right? And now, when I get that feeling and that thought, and I know where it leads me every time, I shut it down at the root.
and that's the best thing.
And
That is the best
it
thing.
doesn't mean I don't feel that. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean that's not
yeah,
real. It
yeah.
just I know where this is going,
yes,
and
yeah,
I'm
said that,
not
yeah.
willing to go
And
there.
I've done that so many
exactly.
times, and I've gotten
Yeah.
really good at doing that, like
Yeah.
that spiraling. But what I've been trying to do is like shut it down at the root and like make a joke out of it.
Well, here's
There
the
you
thing.
go. I mean, that's productive.
As comedy, as
Yeah.
comedians, we take pain and make comedy out of it,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay. However, as human beings, okay, we have to look at this shit and say, hold on, wait a second. We can do this only for so long before we need help, okay? And there's nothing wrong with saying we need help.
Amen.
Okay, my thing is, if you believe that any one person made it without any help at all, I really need to sell you some property. Okay, you are a fucking moron. Okay?
Hey,
there you go.
So we, we
hold
all
on,
need
turn
help.
that
Yeah.
In
we all need
America,
help.
this is where I want to acknowledge
Oh
the.
Lord, that's my liquor.
Oh, you didn't spill it, did you?
Stop
No.
playing.
right.
I'm a shelter.
No.
You don't spill liquor.
Well, because I'd have to kill you. But America,
So would my
this,
grandfather, my dad, and everybody else. They'd be
this is
like,
where I want to acknowledge where the depths of CN, because just when you think he's just this ignorant, foul, offensive person, he says some
"Oh,
real
man, I'm
shit.
leaving, you son of a bitch."
Yeah, look what we're doing.
I couldn't do it without him. I love him, alright? But
I always appreciate doing bar shows because those are always the harder ones, I think, because people are either there for it or
Or not.
No.
Yeah.
most of
And
them I
in
would
which
say are
case,
not.
If you go out doing material in bar shows, you're gonna have a rough time. So you
but
gotta be able
but
to
if
do.
it crushes at a bar show,
Yeah,
then
but you
you're
gotta
like,
do some
"Damn, I
crowd
got
work though.
something."
You gotta do some crowd work to
Yeah,
get them
yeah,
involved.
yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
That's those Tuesday shows have been good for that.
Yeah.
because like
they're almost
those
teaching people what comedy is in those moments.
kind of
Yeah.
Like, they're
You
seeing
have
it.
to.
They're seeing it like
Oh
work.
man, I was so.
Because-
You know,
I
every time I think that you're just a dumb motherfucker, you come up with a gem. Cause that was really smart. You have to on stage almost teach a motherfucker how to laugh.
I love you too, alright?
Well,
Anyways,
That is
That's
so
sweet.
weird. That is so weird.
I was gonna say
I
gay,
mean,
but
I'm so tired of saying this guy.
he's my
I'm just so tired of
he's
saying
my
this guy.
adopted
Okay,
grandfather, right?
but you agree with me.
Yeah.
And in a sense, it's not a racial thing. It's you're weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Before we go,
Stop.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Stop.
All right, go.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Wow.
I was gonna.
See, and this is when the karate chop to the throat comes, but then it's gonna be a problem because only got about 10 minutes of fighting. And then you gonna whip me.
Are you gonna say
I know. I
something
see.
or
I see
not?
your inhaler
'Cause
here.
I know.
I
I'm
just
saying.
got you.
If you knock that down, I'm fucked. Okay?
I got
So I got
about-
to make the first lick good.
Yeah.
I got about 4 more questions.
Fuck your questions. Let me ask you a
Alright.
question. Do you believe?
We'll get to your questions. If you listen.
Do you believe there's life on other planets?
There's gotta be. There's gotta be.
Why you say?
In
Yeah,
this
why?
in this galaxy, I don't
Yeah.
know. There's just dude. There's like when you look up at the sky, like when there's not so much light pollution, you see all those fucking stars out there,
Uh-huh.
and those are like basically what we have here with the sun.
Mhm.
Like there's
Well,
There's
there's
got-
a
there's-
billion galaxies.
gotta
Okay.
yeah.
And there's a billion planets in each galaxy. So, I mean,
gotta
at
be.
least. So, what do you think?
I think it's no coincidence.
You're in the army. You should.
So
you probably
listen,
have the clearance.
I think there's no
Some
coincidence.
clearance.
Well, they want to trust
What the
us, of course.
fuck?
Yeah, but
I mean,
you-
do you know this motherfucker? He clears. He can't go to the bathroom up there.
Are you done? You done? You got anything else you want to say?
He said clearance.
You don't let me talk?
I was like, this motherfucker clearance. I'm just.
Where's my
Go
notes
ahead.
at? All right. So I think it's no coincidence that. So from what I know, and I'm no professional. All right, this is just hearsay.
So professional.
Just so y'all know, I don't think. Supposedly, if we were like so much one way or the other, we'd either freeze or burn. Right? Earth.
Yes, go ahead.
Right?
I got you.
So in my mind, there's no coincidence that, so I believe in God. So everything all my thoughts and beliefs are based around what I believe about God.
Okay.
So when it comes to Earth and planets, I don't doubt the possibility because I believe in angels, I believe in demons, I believe in things
Yeah.
unseen. But I think that I think that we're here on purpose, with purpose, and it's not a coincidence. So, like, whether or not there's other life, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah. I feel that.
Because it's like, it's either because God's plan overrules everything else.
And that's
Yeah.
what you think too?
Yeah, sure. So growing up as Catholic, my mom always said like being in this life's a test. Like, and if you pass, you go to heaven, or if you don't, you go to hell. But I not to bring up the simulation theory or whatever again, but like
Bring it all
that
up.
that almost like
Can we
I
have some more ice?
yeah, your eyes are in the
Yeah,
water.
'cause
dude.
this is
But
gonna be an issue here.
this
Hold
I
on.
can't
In a
believe that he
second.
agrees with you, but go
in a
ahead.
second.
yeah, I kind of think this is a test. Like, I don't know. I have no idea what the afterlife is going to look like. I don't think it's going to be like another chance at this. I don't think it's going to look anything like this. Maybe it will. I have fucking no idea. I'm just me, a fucking dude. But
Dumbass. But
yeah,
you
dumbass.
like him.
Yeah.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
What? You actually believe? I'm sorry. I was rude. And
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
now-
hey,
you're calling us
if
a
you're,
dumbass,
if
now
you're
you're
gonna,
having a
if you're gonna go there, go there.
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Okay.
Don't hold up. Don't
Go
hold
ahead.
back now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh,
No,
I
I was gonna say like I don't know if it's a test or not, but like, yeah, I don't know if it really does matter if like there is or is not. Now, if we like, I would love to go out there and like discover that shit. Like, I would love to be around for like to see what happens.
Yeah. So on a less spiritual sense, it's like politics, right? You vote
boy.
for a certain president, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, those people ain't living life with you every day, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can have certain beliefs upon what matters, what doesn't matter, what will affect you, what will affect you, what's real, what's not real. But really, until those people are fucking living life with you every day, that
Okay.
makes sense, don't it? See, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No, let's hear some honest thoughts.
Okay, first of all, okay, what the fuck? Okay, first, stop playing. Okay, listen. Whether you believe in a Judeo-Christian view of life or not, okay, the facts are this, okay? You have to be awfully narcissistic to believe that you are the center of the fucking universe, to where there's nobody else like you but you. Okay? And I don't mean to be racist, but I mean white people think that way. That's crazy in the
I don't think
Stop. Let me finish.
No.
Stop. No. Let me finish. And you'll
Nothing I've said.
Stop.
Right.
Let me finish and you'll see what I'm saying.
All right.
I'll let you finish.
We'll listen to
I'll
him.
let you finish. Check it out. You're not unique unto the universe. You're not a unique entity. Okay? This was a fucking accident that we even exist as people. Okay? If you understand physics and you understand planetary logic. Okay? We are speeding away. Okay? Our universe from every other universe. Okay? So the fact for us to be able to go out to another planet and find people that look like us,
No, that
are very not gonna happen. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Is that what you meant by life? Like we're gonna find other humans?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So
No.
where you had me fucked up is like you divided by race and
No.
then,
Let
and
me.
then humanity.
I will finish explaining if you allow me to.
All
Okay.
right. If I allow you to, like I know.
Because you,
Yeah,
it's crazy as hell. Because here's the thing. You have to look at it in such a way to whereas you have a manifest destiny.
Who's you guys?
White. I said white people. Would you understand? Okay, because I said that earlier. Okay, you have a manifest destiny to be in charge, right? And the reality is, if you seen people from another planet, they would far exceed our abilities. To whereas a God is a supreme being.
Right.
Okay, and if you could come from another planet to here, you are way supremer than us. Okay, and you guys can't accept
Why?
that.
Maybe.
Why?
Have you seen Superman?
Okay, yeah, well, only one made it.
Yeah.
Well, not four made it, but then he whooped the other three's ass. So,
But even in that is
But then Laura,
that's an
Lara,
assumption.
whatever.
That's an assumption.
ain't no assumption.
Yes,
Here's the
it is.
reality is, if
You don't
God
think
is
I can-
all is omnipotent, all knowing, and all supreme, the supreme being, then he could have created life on other planets just like he did this
No,
one.
I'm saying the perspective that
I mean-
white people only could see. So here's my thing: is
You please
I
explain
believe
where
in
you.
God, but
What?
I 100% accept that Jesus wasn't white.
Okay, I get that. That's smooth the motherfucker. Okay, I get that. Okay, and that does fuck me when you just said that. Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
Repeat that. You said you believe Jesus is the one. Like.
Is
that's not what he
is
said.
the one, but not white.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's not what I'm saying.
So
Okay,
When I look at
what
my
I'm
mom's
saying is-
picture of Jesus, and
Yeah.
it's like this white
White
guy,
guy, yeah,
with,
like-
with like straight
Yeah.
hair. I'm like,
Hey,
That's like holy shit.
Personally, I won't even buy a picture of Jesus because I know how corrupt the perspective of
Yeah, I get
humanity
that. I get that. But if we're talking about people from another planet,
But I believe Jesus.
but that
is the one.
Judeo-Christian thing is it makes you believe that there can't be another life on another planet because you believe that God made you the supreme being. Okay? And because you see that picture of that blonde-haired Jesus, you know what I mean?
That's a misconception.
And that's not a misconception.
Yeah, it is.
You understand what I'm saying?
it's a misconception that was put on.
I mean, but do you not understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The reason I say
Okay.
that is because you use the term supreme being.
And that means God.
No,
it might not even
It
be.
does mean.
It might not even
Not
be a
in the way
being.
you
I think it's just
explained
like
it.
why can't it just be like physics? Or
Okay, but think about it though. We have so ingested that philosophy to whereas when you think of God, what do you see?
What do I?
Oh yeah,
All
old
true.
white
I mean,
man sitting on the
naturally,
throne.
I think of
Old
like
white man sitting on the throne with white hair.
No, don't fucking
No.
categorize me
I mean,
like
come
that.
on now.
No,
Then fucking tell me what
not
you
at
think.
all.
Then
I
tell me what
think-
you think.
I just think of creation.
Oh, that's what you think of God
I
as
don't.
creation.
I don't necessarily think of him as like a person.
You don't see God as a person.
No.
Then
Jesus,
then how do you picture him?
I don't really picture him as anything like. Honestly, I just picture him as like everything I see and experience. That's God.
And you?
The Bible and all of creation. The
Well,
word.
that is unique fucking views because I see an old white man
Not
sitting
everybody.
on the throne.
Not all
I
white
see an
people
old
are
white man
racist.
sitting on-
Yeah.
I mean, but I see an old white man sitting on the throne like Zeus.
We're wising up, like,
Okay.
but that would be cool. I mean, he could be whatever color, whatever.
I mean, what
like,
you're saying,
yeah,
but that's
yeah.
how I see. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
But I
So
think that's how they used to do it back in the day because like
Yeah.
that was easier. That was easier to understand. Like just like it's the big muscle dude who throws.
Yeah,
lightning bolts.
exactly. You see, with white hair, white guy Okay, and that wasn't even true because Zeus couldn't have been because Zeus was Greek and he fucking ain't white.
Dude, I don't even think like they thought about it being a white dude back then. Like I don't
it's just
that at all.
It just was the shit they was doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I could be wrong, but I don't think race was relevant until America.
What the fuck you just said?
No, listen, until America was established.
Okay, listen. If Donald Trump is in this, I like y'all. Here with two white guys, we're good. Okay, but what the fuck?
Hey, CN's one of my best friends, all right? I'll fucking vouch for him.
What the fuck are you talking about? Race wasn't relevant till when?
Until America was established.
It was probably way before that, but
I'm sorry. Do you not heard Lloyd the London motherfucker?
I think the media pushes that. I think it was
the reason I say that. Is so Europeans who became Americans were escaping the British or London rule, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It didn't matter what color you were then, and then once you got to America, that's when they created black slaves, right?
Slaves have been around for a very long time.
Yeah, but they haven't always been black.
Yeah, no, I don't know why they chose the. I don't know what their thought was behind like going.
I think
sailing across
personally, I think the reason is because the language barrier was an advantage for the people in America at the time. They didn't know English, so they could take advantage of them. It didn't matter if you were black or whatever color you were. That just made it easier for those people.
Fucked up as you saying, you kind of right.
Well,
because they made Indian slaves first and it didn't work. They left.
Indians because
they were badass.
Then they killed y'all for that reason. Okay, then they made Mexican slaves. They just left. They went home. So they got people from a language that didn't have a language and everything.
How you letting them just run back to Africa?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how that That's so stupid as the shit you were saying sounded. You're pretty much right on that basis. Okay,
America, you're hearing this, right?
Yeah, right. It's crazy as fuck to me too. But and I thought I was smoking weed, and I was like, well.
And we're probably limiting to ourselves by just talking America, but that's where we live.
No,
right?
actually,
we're
the reality of the situation is,
we love you.
The reality of the situation is that Lloyd's of London. You see those slave ships that went over there? You know who owned them, motherfuckers? Lloyd's of London.
The Lloyd's of London?
Yeah, the insurance company.
What, they had insurance companies back then? I don't know. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, yeah.
This is all news to me too.
Wow.
I believe you though.
You're a lot older. You have a lot more with the wisdom.
All right.
Okay, but anyway,
this is a segment where we learn from CN. Here we go. All right.
Anyway, everything is a commodity, right? Okay, and at that time, shipping was still a commodity.
Mean?
Money.
I'm a dumbass.
Money.
Cool.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
Ways of means.
Yeah, yeah. And for insurance companies or people who paid, to make sure that we built these ships and we're going to lease them to you and make sure they run over there. And we're going to fill them with these slaves and send them over there so you can make money. Because you're too stupid to do it as Americans, okay? Because you are second generation English people, okay? Yeah, that's the way it worked out. Slavery is not, like you said, not new. It's always been since man's existed, okay? When it goes back to past the Garden of Eden, okay? Because in the Garden of Eden...
Past the Garden of Eden?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Because in the Garden of Eden... Stop playing. In the Garden of Eden...
You're going to have to explain that shit.
That was an example of man.
Before the Garden of Eden was time with God directly. You think that before the Garden of Eden, God just had slaves running around? No, he was just providing.
The Garden of Eden was set up so that it would be an example. Satan and God decided that they wanted to see what man was. Okay. Because if I do everything for you, do you believe in me because I do everything for you, or do you believe in me because this is the right way?
Both.
So man was set up in a chamber, and there were other man. Okay, but in the Garden of Eden, they were just this one, Adam and Eve. Okay, and Adam and Eve had 3 children, right?
White people, too.
They were nowhere near white people. Not in Africa, you dumb bastard.
They didn't have children until they were banished to Earth.
Okay, but
according to the Bible.
Banished to Earth?
Yes.
We're talking about the Garden of Eden.
No, they didn't have children in the Garden of Eden.
Do you think the Garden of Eden is on Earth? Like, well, I mean,
no.
Well, first of all,
no, I don't.
Euphrates and the Tigris are two of the rivers that crossed in the Garden of Eden. So the Garden of Eden was on it, okay? However, here's the point.
Not biblically speaking.
Biblically speaking,
No.
the Garden of Eden was here.
If you read the Bible.
Biblically speaking, the Garden of Eden was here. Now, you explain to me how the Tigers...
God created the earth.
And how is the Tigris and Euphrates,
So if
both rivers, mentioned in this story, and it's not here?
Doesn't mean it's not relevant. It means that...
I said these are points in time.
Okay.
The facts. These are places.
Do I hear it?
Yes.
So when sin entered the world,
Yes, sir.
right? When Eve and Adam ate the apple, or whatever you want to say, they were banished to earth, right? So they were in the Garden of Eden, and then once sin came into the picture, they were sent to earth.
Is that the story you heard?
I'm gonna have to go back and read this shit.
I read it every day, so take my word.
So, yeah,
you could be wrong.
I'm not. I don't want to say I doubt you, but like I'm like damn. I thought like he created the earth and like Garden of Eden was just here.
Yeah, it wasn't just here. What happened was they had a debate, and to see if man was believed in God, God and the devil. Okay, and then see what man was, just like. When they
that's
Jesus.
That's a story I would love to see is like how the devil was cast down.
Okay, but here's the thing. God said that man believed in him wholeheartedly. And the devil said, no, you do everything for a motherfucker. You know, that's why he believes in you. So he tested it to you. And if you get into that Greek mythology type shit, at that time it wasn't mythology. It was real.
Right,
to them,
right.
Okay? Just like that shit's real to y'all. Okay? But the reality is when you die, you're dead. And that's it. There is nothing else.
That's your perspective.
No,
that's not factual.
You asked me the
You
fuck
don't know
I was
that.
talking about, and so I'm telling you what I'm talking about.
I'm just telling you, that's your perspective.
Okay, again, we listen to yours, so why can't I have mine?
I'm listening.
Okay, my point to that is, the reason that you don't know that because you're dead. No one's coming back from that shit. It's final. And man's belief in all this afterlife type shit is man's inability to deal with death as a finality.
I think it could also... I don't know, man. Like, I agree with that, but, like, I think also, like, if when you die, you won't be the same. Like, you won't be CN anymore. You'll be... Shit, I don't even fucking know. You could... I don't even know if your memories will still be assembled.
Why would it be? I mean, because, check it out. In everything else in nature...
When you're ready, I got a question.
Everything else in nature, death is final. Is that not true?
I don't know. I've never been on the other side.
I mean, but in nature, as we were taught...
No.
Think about it for a second.
It depends what you believe.
As we were taught, think about it for a second.
No, like the Japanese, like in like the samurai culture, I know they didn't like have religious. They're just like life is life. And,
do plants die?
When you're ready, I got a great question.
Yes, but
okay.
That could be decomposed to go to other shit and like
ice.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna ask you a
really good question. Well, I mean, so when you say, when everything else in nature dies. So why shouldn't man? I mean, because we're a part of nature. We're a part of this earth.
Yeah.
Okay? And our energy cannot be destroyed. It can be only dispersed and it goes back to the, you know what I mean? If you think about it. How does the earth continue to grow if it doesn't have... Look how many, not generations, but look how many civilizations have lived on this planet over the course of time. You know what I mean? If we go back from the time when we were hominids, okay, and before we become the precursor to man, look how many generations since then, after we become man, have we destroyed and killed and, you know what I mean? When did that happen? Ashes, dust to dust. All right, go ahead.
I'm going to take a squirt. Do you guys need me to be here for this, or
like? What's up?
I'm going to take a
yeah. I got this.
Real quick. All right, we'll pause it.
We don't. Or you guys can keep it going.
Okay. The reality of the situation is that because it's the way it goes, I think it's cool that him and I are different people.
Yeah.
And we come from different perspectives, and we throw you in the mix, okay? Because you also have a different perspective, and you come from a different viewpoint. But I think most of the time I'm right.
Well,
and these are some dumbasses. Okay?
I'm not surprised.
Really? So you don't think you're right. So I'm different.
No,
I'm special.
I know.
I think
right.
he
Alright.
does. He's I don't know. You're more
That
comfortable
passive
with,
aggressive bullshit
Yeah.
he uses. Yeah.
no, I don't even want to say passive aggressive, but
Yeah.
you have.
I'll
I don't
tell
know,
you I'm right.
I want to say it's back to confidence. Like you just
Yeah.
like it might be the wisdom or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
but it's
like,
because I'm fucking.
So
Because
here's
he
my
ain't-
thing.
Yeah.
Damn,
He
that's
fucking
the secret
pussy
of
make a
life, just be
motherfucker
quiet.
brave.
Listen,
I'm telling you.
And so y'all
Pussy
know
make
is like I'm a
motherfuckers
firm believer in listening to people.
Oh,
That's
my
how I
God.
learn.
Yeah, you're a listener. You're a different listener.
So even if I don't
and why are
agree
you
with
talking
you,
right now, motherfucker? You're the listener.
because even if
You should be listening, shouldn't
you gotta give that fucking talking, all right?
you? If he's a listener, shouldn't he be listening?
Shut the fuck up. No,
I get that.
just
too.
because I disagree with you doesn't mean I'm not gonna hear you out. Like,
Oh, wait, but the point is, shouldn't you be listening? So,
So like, dude, my sister's like that too. Like
Shut the fuck
she'll
up.
just like talk over me and shit like that because like I don't know.
Like
dude,
CN?
I didn't get any of that shit. But like I'm like let me like I don't know if this is how you guys are, but like I'll be like just like
oh, you know
like,
how it is, motherfucker. You
But,
better
like,
hear it for
you
an hour
said
with
you
this
didn't get
motherfucker.
any of this?
No, okay. I was trying to be nice. But
Oh,
like
my God.
my sister will like talk over me and shit. Like when she's trying to express how she feels, I'm like, well, let me at least have a chance to like interject and like just
Yeah.
like make sure I'm like on the
Yeah.
same page with you, like shit like that.
I understand.
Yeah.
Brendan tries that passive aggressive bullshit, and that pisses me off, okay? Because, you know, he was doing it just a second ago.
Well, please explain.
Oh, see?
I would like to hear.
Like he
it.
agrees with me, but he doesn't. Okay, here's the thing. Okay?
No, but you have the freedom to be you, and that's always gonna be your freedom. I don't give a fuck if I totally disagree with you. I'm never gonna try to make you not feel comfortable to be yourself.
Okay. I'm just going to say this.
Yeah, I love you too, bud.
Okay?
All right, yeah, dumb.
I see what I'm saying? And the whole thing is, say, hey, well, tell me what you think. And then Brendan tells me what I think. Okay? And just like he did just now. Okay? And said it all passive aggressively. Now, if I say anything, I'm being a bully.
It was very direct.
Okay?
It was very direct.
I think it's either you're being a bully or Brandon's being a pussy. It's one of those two.
Yeah, well, I'm glad.
I
you
think he's like a mad
differentiated.
genius. And his punk ass puts himself in positions to where people want to have sympathy for him. Fuck him.
Oh, but
Because,
which is smart, but he's still not getting pussy.
yeah, and that kind of fucks him up. Because,
You see how he like compliments me and puts me in a great position, and that disses me.
Yeah,
That's a good friend, man. That's a good friend.
Yeah,
right there.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
that's
as
a
long
guy
as you
who
know
can
what's
get
in-
pussy who just don't want, as opposed to a guy who wants pussy and can't get.
Unfortunately,
And
we
again,
don't remember what we
I-
were talking about before
What?
all this. Because
We were talking about planets and shit, and y'all brought that Judeo-Christian bullshit back into the conversation.
I think you did.
I did not.
well,
Well, I might have.
Well,
Because
nah, I don't know.
Brendan said something that pissed me off. So,
Like, Brandon's like, no, he was talking about like the Garden of Eden not
Yeah.
being on
yeah, on this earth. Well, first of all, the Garden of Eden was because the
No.
Euphrates and the Tigris rivers are in the Bible.
But what? So
that doesn't
could you,
mean
could
it
you
was
look,
on the same
could you look at a
place.
map though and like
Yeah,
point it out?
it's three rivers, but the other one is not there. Okay, and that's why you can't triangulate. Okay, and from what I understand. Okay.
All right, we're gonna get real weird. You guys believe in dimensions?
Yes.
What if it's like just like another dimension that we can't see because God took that ability away from us?
Okay, check this out.
So, all right,
go ahead.
you go. Me or you?
Go
first?
ahead, you go
Okay.
first.
I could see you being a pastor one day if comedy doesn't work out.
Yeah.
That's
So
It
here's-
is not, so go ahead and go in church.
Here's the thing, is right. I think that
that's worked out, my bad.
knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
Like once you reach certain milestones in knowledge and understand perspective, you see things differently. So like, I can look at 17-year-olds and how they're behaving and understand why they're behaving that way, right? But I've lived enough life to know, like, okay, some of that's a facade, right? So, like, there's different dimensions. Sometimes a professor I loved, Professor Waite, hopefully you're still alive and hearing this, she said, when you know better, you do better. And I think that's just a good example of it, right?
Of dimensions?
Yes.
This is a
Here's the thing.
of
All right, let's think of...
some white person has to be R. Kelly.
CN, let's think of,
What?
like, conspiracy
Yeah.
theories, right?
Yes.
You don't know what's true until you know the depths of the theory, right? Like, you don't know how fucking dirty P. Diddy was till you see all the videos of him butt fucking motherfuckers, alright? You don't doubt the possibility.
Yeah, watching what I watch.
But once you see
When are
it,
those videos coming out, by the way? I'd love to see.
once you see, it's just you don't know what you don't know, right?
No.
And I think that applies to a lot of things, in a very broad, vague sense.
Okay.
Hopefully that all makes sense.
So, okay. Well, hey, it's my turn. Okay. I thought, and I'm not sure, that you were talking about the dimensional theory where for every choice, okay, there is another dimension that choice is lived out.
Not quite. I think I'm talking about like a literal dimension. Like there could be like a whole fucking football stadium right in front of my eyes, but I can't get into that one. So I just see what's in this fucking room. Does that make any sense?
If you say yes, I'm going to lose my motherfucking mind.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I don't know, man. Like,
Well, try to explain it.
like there's probably like, if their afterlife was a thing and like God and all of his angels are actually all around us, watching us all the time, then maybe that's just the dimension, a certain dimension that we can't see because I don't
So
know,
do you
we're not
believe
equipped
that
for it.
there are different planes of existence?
Probably, I think.
And I think
Maybe.
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The planes of existence, okay?
Yeah,
that's
but
why we
like,
can't see
but I can't,
God and everything.
I can't even
But
tell you
the
what that means.
dimension-
Though. Yeah.
Dimensions are, to where you live exactly like you live with something changed. Okay? So this is, in another dimension, we'd all be sitting here, but he'd be a kangaroo. You know what
A
I mean?
sexy kangaroo, don't get it wrong, alright? If you don't fucking call me a kangaroo, I'm the baddest kangaroo you ever seen.
The baddest one I've seen is Kangaroo Jack.
Again, no.
I just want to make sure things are.
You gonna be the baddest one. This is why I'm thinking 2025, 2026. This bitch gonna be in a bikini. Cause this motherfucker's homosexual. Yeah, he's gay. He just don't see it. He ain't came out of the closet. But when he comes out of the closet, we gonna all accept him. Okay, but I'm gonna laugh like a motherfucker. Okay, because I'm gonna say, even my wife, my fiance is saying he's not gay. He's just Brandon. He's not a man
saying
who
I love
believes
you if
in
you're
having
watching, all right?
sex with anything. And I'm like, are you stupid?
Sex
this
with
is a gay
everything.
man.
What do you
Okay,
take
how the
me
fuck
as?
you don't have gay for a solid year? You have sex for a solid year. Okay, but you're gay.
Hey, he's a man of God, right? He
Yes.
could be saving himself for like a family, like all that shit. Like that's what
Romantically,
That's what I tell
Okay,
him.
hold on. Romantically, what type of people have approached you to get involved with them?
Romantic.
You already, that's a setup.
I'm asking
That's
a
not
question.
right.
I'm asking a question.
Women 3 times my age and men.
See?
That's just because they
That's
know
it.
it's good.
There we go.
Right.
See, you don't understand what you don't understand?
I
You
think
understand?
so.
I'm saying, even he's saying it. That, he
All
just
right,
said
hey, I'm gonna ask a question because we
What?
gotta wrap this up sooner or later. We've been at this almost 2 hours. I mean, we could go as long as we want, but being active in the Attic, our local comedy club, and in Columbus comedy scene, have you noticed any patterns in people or ways to succeed? Like you're observing comics and people in the scene. It's like, is there anything you notice that's kind of like common?
Well, the ones that I do see succeeding are.
Sellouts.
I don't want to say that. Like,
I'll say it for you. Sellouts.
What'd you say? Sellouts?
are we allowed to like use? I don't want to like say names.
You
right?
can. I don't
That's
know.
up to you.
But
That's
like,
your discretion.
so I
We
like,
can always beep it up
Go ahead.
later if you
all
don't
right,
want
cool.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we'll have to, but
I like
like,
Xavier,
I
Jeff, Goldblum, and people like that. I think
nobody
they're very
else,
funny.
but
Okay, but
anyways,
where do you?
the guys I look up to the most are Neff Johnson and Henry Allen.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry.
I know who Neff Johnson is, but I don't know who Henry Allen is.
You'd like him if you
No. You haven't seen Neff?
No, Henry.
Are you
you-
on some kind of drugs over there?
No.
Because I said I know who Neff Johnson is, but I don't know who Henry Allen is. I say the words. Is this English we're using?
I don't know. Maybe I'm hammered.
Anyways, answer.
But anyways,
Leave the crack pipe alone. America.
Never smoked crack.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I can't tell.
Anyways.
You don't mean that. No, but like,
Yes,
like
I did.
I think Henry's been doing it since he was fucking 17, and like I think he had a residency like I don't know, maybe a year ago. He was doing the Tuesday shows with Jason Banks like for a while, but like though like him, Neff and Henry are the guys that I've seen like that have had the most success. They're like they're not there all the time because like they're out of town or like at another club doing like a book shows. So and like I've been around them at the Attic and like
Kenny Mott is the one I see.
Who?
Kenny Mott.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
Is he a funny bone dude?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of a small world, but there's like still people we don't
So,
even.
Came out as very fun.
what do you
Yeah.
guys think is like out of the community, like Columbus community, like who do you see as successful and is like funny bone like that level of
Yeah.
success? Or like,
Okay,
is
do
that-
you want to say first? Let's start at the bottom and work
No,
our way
hey,
up.
no. Let's really answer this though.
Well,
Because
we'll
that's
start
that's
out at the
good
bottom
question.
and work our way up.
All right,
Where's
Sam,
a
you
good
start.
question? Okay, first.
Where's the bottom for you?
Joy Lee. That is the bottom for me. Oh my God, he was a terrible person. Okay, but still. So I heard you were one of his biggest fans.
This needs to go somewhere.
I used to be.
Yeah, he used to be.
Why?
So,
Dude, oh my
What
god,
about
that
him?
fucking. So
He fucking like
him and
turned
Brendan.
on us.
Yeah, but he
Whoa,
turned
what?
on, he turned on Brendan real
Yeah.
quick. I mean, he told Brendan, bitch. You
He
know,
was
I'm an
willing
older
to-
guy
he
and I
said
know
bitch.
better.
I was
He said
put-
bitch.
Okay, that would have been
Yeah.
hilarious.
Okay,
though. That would have been hilarious.
I would have been because he is. But the point is, Brendan tried to tell me, and I was like, oh, stop playing, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Because
I
we were
would
all
have never
friends.
believed it until I had this experience.
Okay, yeah,
And
we
that's
were all
what the
friends.
end was.
He's
Exactly.
he's
I definitely was.
He's
I
got a
definitely
stage
was.
voice.
I'm
and
a
like,
good judgment of character.
Okay,
Alright,
you was
for
right
the
this
future.
time. You was right this time.
'Cause I don't judge
Because
people. I get
because
to know them.
Did he try to touch you?
Shut the fuck up. You know what? I quit comedy.
You quit.
we're about to get like a Netflix documentary or something like.
Where are you going, you fucking drug addict? Sit down,
Well,
alright?
it's-
What? We's not
Stop touching
drugs.
me.
Well,
Let's
Yeah,
finish.
we got drinks.
Let's
Stop touching
finish.
me because because that's what you and Julie.
Can we finish our podcast so you can smoke your weed?
Fuck you taking so long. It's like forever. We can smoke in here and be different, but you can't.
You know I don't get paid for this
Fucking
shit.
Yeah.
What?
Alright?
Well, you
OSHA, where you at?
Bitch, please.
you're not gonna get any sponsors while you're building bombs in here.
You know? Why
know.
do people say that?
Well, you know, gunpowder people. They might need, you know what I mean? But he's gonna blow something up sooner or later.
Okay,
And
so
this is the candidate. Because if you're looking for a bomb guy, would you pass him up? You'd be like, right here.
He's
I know a
got
guy.
okay,
You know,
hold on,
I
hold
just
on,
feel
hold
I'm in
on.
all
All right,
black. Fuck, I don't know.
let's slow down. So Sam asked you
Yeah,
the
sure.
question. You answered. What was the original question? I don't even remember.
Did you write it down? I don't remember either. Believe in hell?
No, that was one of them. But
We asked
So-
you, would you believe in other life forms?
no. We're past
I
that.
think yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. We've lost it. But
Okay. So
Okay.
now that we're here,
so what would success in comedy be for you?
I don't
to be
know.
able to
Like,
buy a hot dog or
So-
a house.
sorry.
To be able to buy a hot dog or a house. Do you think
You
I
can
Hot
ignore
dog.
him at any
Hot dog.
time.
Okay, you can.
Yeah. No, like I don't even
You
want
better do that on this show on the 2nd, huh?
the 8th.
Mm.
Yeah. But I don't like necessarily even want to like become like famous from comedy. Like I just like talking to comedians, and I want to be able to shoot the shit with the comedians. You're looking at the camera like you don't believe that.
because
But I mean, like-
because I've seen your acting. You don't want to become famous. I figure, hey, what the fuck?
I mean,
They're
I don't know.
all
It's fun for me. It's
all
fun
the
for me.
stars are gonna align together.
I don't know. It's fun.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
alright?
I'm t-
I'm just saying.
I didn't know I was gonna get my feelings hurt on this podcast.
And I'm sorry. All right.
You said you didn't know what you was coming into. You didn't Google us.
So all right. Let's finish. So
My
he
side
said,
hurts.
all right.
My
All right.
side, okay.
Do you have any more to say on that?
on
that?
Success in Comedy.
Yeah.
Sinners.
What success in comedy?
Yeah,
would
like
be?
I will say like
You know how fat people are. Sometimes they side hairs. Fuck them.
what
Okay,
I
just
got.
say my side.
luckily this is all being edited out.
Edit it out. How the fuck you would?
Probably not. But
You know what I mean? I need you to be people to see how you.
so since
That
this
motherfucker drank a whole 6-pack and he's been there for
is,
15 minutes.
Sam, thank you so much.
How you drink all that beer like that? That's ridiculous, Sam.
What do you mean?
You need to trust that
see ya.
program.
I got one more.
Hey, braided it. Braided it.
He brought this shit in a backpack. I'm just saying. You know you're a professional drinker when you bring a 12-pack in a backpack.
I don't know about professional. I had to steal these from my mom. These are hers.
Oh, wow. I'm
Okay,
whipping his ass to death my job. Hey, I roll up on that motherfucker. Bitch, where my beer?
Okay.
She's got plenty of mom soda in the fridge.
I will
Like,
try.
you probably don't know what that
Oh,
is.
she's got what, Merlot?
It's called mom soda. It's
Really?
not, or no, mom water. It's
How old is she?
wine?
it looks exactly like this, but it says mom water on it, and it says like it has like Susan. That's one flavor. It's got Karen. That's another
Yeah,
flavor.
this is white people shit.
It's yep, it
This
is.
is definitely some white
If
people
she's
I have-
single.
She's a widow. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
This is,
Well, I don't know. She.
oh, you're not a widow and you're a single. Well, maybe
Anyway.
you are, because you said you get bad at pussy, so it died to you.
Do we
Yeah.
want to continue or should we wrap this up?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be giving me what? You gave Larry that blank T-shirt last night. Give him one. It's
Are we
real.
wrapping up?
Well, I'm not
Okay.
saying
Do you have any more
that.
questions?
So,
I
hey.
can bust them out real quick.
Do you have any questions for us?
When are you getting some
Shut the
pussy?
fuck up.
That's a great question, though. Yeah. What are you waiting on?
In what way?
Like-
What are you thinking?
Like
To
women
propagate
and
the
like
species.
I'm not.
You're not waiting to propagate the species?
Listen, look, I'm so delusional. I think I'm a fucking
Wait.
pimp. All right. We'll
fine,
have
sir.
plenty of
Yeah.
time talking about that.
Oh, go no.
Any
Go
other
ahead.
questions?
No.
Do you have
no.
any more questions for me, or are you good?
No.
No.
Can I have
just,
some
hey,
questions?
we just want to say thank you.
My size hurting.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
for
time.
what?
Absolutely.
Kickbase Skateboards Productions.
Oh
all right?
fuck yeah!
Yeah, I'm waiting for a check.
Oh,
but-
I do. I
Cheap motherfuckers.
I do try and skate.
Skate what?
You don't have to skate.
Skateboard.
Skate child support checks or what?
I've been skating for
No.
20 years, and this is my skateboard
yeah, dude.
business.
What is so fucked up
But
is
I-
Brendan skates.
Sorry.
He gets on a skateboard.
Yeah, I do
Still.
too.
You do?
Yeah.
Still
That
to
is
this day.
so.
Well, let's
Really?
go skate, dude.
I'm wearing Vans. Look at me. I mean, these
That
are the ones I
means
don't like.
nothing,
These are the
but-
ones that I know. It's like yeah.
You really a skateboard guy?
I can't do many tricks. I can barely ollie, but I like to.
No judgment.
I
have
used
fun.
to longboard for a couple years in Atlanta. I used to skate as a kid.
CN's like just jealous that anybody
I had-
can do anything more than walk. you know?
I had the ramps.
Yeah,
I was building
I
ramps
like
in my
to
front
see
yard.
a lot of
going
people
up that
fuck,
shit.
okay?
Yeah.
You know, we do, you ain't gotta
Alright.
walk to fuck, but
Hey,
you
thank you
can't
so-
fuck skateboarding.
Thank you so much for being here. Thanks
Absolutely.
for
Hey, we
supporting
really
our podcast.
appreciate
Yeah,
you, dude.
yeah.
We
Kevin,
love you.
Please have me back. I would love to do this
Yeah.
again.
And when this comes out, we'll contact you to see if you got anything going on, and we'll promote it. But Sam, you got any last words?
Well, here's the thing, my side hurts.
Well,
Okay.
anything we're not
Is it your
surprised to
appendix,
hear.
or-
Yeah, appendix.
All right.
Smells
That
like
shit's been
it's
gone
one
for a
hell
long
of
time.
class, and now he's Marcus Welby. Okay. No, I mean, how do you like our podcast? It's a little different, but you've never been on any.
I like that there's clearly two like different like demographics here. Demographics makes it sound so PC.
We can say
So
voice,
racist,
you can say
am I right?
viewpoints.
Viewpoints, lenses of life. We got wisdom and
Dumbass.
Wisdom. Oh my
we're
leg!
working our way towards wisdom. That's both of us.
I really gotta go. I think my mom's
That
calling.
motherfucker drinks
Oh, that's
6
my
beers.
shit.
That motherfucker drinks 6 beers and now you talk about wisdom. But go ahead on.
Who? Him? He's been drinking wine. What are you talking
No,
about?
no, yeah.
Oh, me? Yeah. I'm working on 6 right now, or 5. Yeah. Damn,
Okay.
I think I got one more, but
Let's wrap it up.
yeah. But no, this is You guys got a good thing
By
going.
Larry, we coming to see you show you, punk bitch. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
I don't even know why we're going to see him. He's not funny.
Well, by the time he sees this shit'll be over with anyway. So
Larry, if you can see my face right now, I'm appalled.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
if you guys gave
If you notice how he talked about if you could see his face.
if you guys
Fuck
gave
yeah.
Larry as many rides to Larry as I have, you would hate him as well. Like, I'm glad he's blind.
You don't have to
like,
do that. Uber.
Wow,
is
you
real
say he's
thing.
glad he's riding. That's fucked up. Just like saying, I'm glad Tarzan runs through the jungle with his white ass amongst all them black people.
What?
Okay.
Not even black people. Those
And
are
with
actual
that-
fucking gorillas.
With that
Those are
note,
some
I
hard-ass
believe-
fucking-
I'm just
Hey,
saying,
hey.
you motherfucker just a pale.
With that note,
he ain't
I-
even like brown or tan or that motherfucker just white.
That's the
Okay.
It's
Disney.
like the ghost of Tarzan.
Yeah, that's the
With
whitewash
that
of
note,
Disney.
I believe in Black Tarzan. Have a great night. It's been great. All right, love
There
you.
it
Bye.
is. This is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was
you guys got to keep doing this. I was only the third one. You guys
Yeah.